where do the sexual desires come from? How much of it is brain chemistry? Is it hormonal? Is it physical? Is it psychological? What is it exactly?
So I think that pleasure, arousal, attraction, a lot of it comes from here.
Okay.
It manifests in the body. So, the sensations are what you actually feel in the body. Now, obviously, the body is geared towards a certain type of touch. So we've said already that there is something called arousal non-concordance. जहाँ पर आप automatically अगर एक particular तरह से touch करें, the mind and body are wired to feel excited. I think that it's a balance. When you are being intimate with somebody, a lot of times हम लोग अपने mind में ही stuck रह जाते हैं. And that can be an issue. Because at some point, you have to be physically present in your body. Because that is where the sensations are happening. Because the mind also wanders. Yeah. You cannot keep the mind controlled. लोगों को ये भी बहुत एक illusion रहता है that if you are really attracted to somebody, if there's real chemistry, if you're really in love, you won't get distracted. The mind is easily distracted. And the things that go through your mind, especially when you're being intimate, are bizarre. I mean, you can be thinking of all sorts of things which have nothing to do with who the person is with you or what you're doing. So it can be all sorts of things. But sensations do happen in the body, and that's why it's very important to also understand our body. So it's a balance of the two.
Okay.
What does happen when people say that, if you've had sex with one person, then your body will only react to them. ऐसा कुछ नहीं है. What I have discovered is that the body remembers things that the mind forgets. If it was a pleasurable experience, the mind will make it bigger than it was. Because over time, you forget कि वो छोटी सी चीज़ थी और ज़्यादा बड़ी हो जाती है. The body does not have that. The body remembers exactly how you felt. So if it was something abusive, the body will automatically clench up because it is expecting that reaction. So many women have such bad pain during sex. वो immediately clench up हो जाते हैं even before anything has started because they're expecting कि ये होगा.
Oh, the fear of
it. Yeah. It's very difficult to get past the body's reaction to it. In the same way, if something was pleasurable, if you built it up a lot in your mind, it'll still feel pleasurable, but it feels a bit like an anticlimax because you're like, अच्छा मुझे तो याद ऐसे है, but actually इतना ही हुआ, Okay. So I think that the two things are really important in balance.
Okay.
The mind really helps to get you to that place. And that's why it's very important for you to touch yourself, to actually understand how different parts of you react. According to the Kama Sutra, as the moon moves in its phases, every day with the phases of the moon, your erogenous zones move around your body, for men and women both.
What is that?
So your erogenous zones, matlab, the part that you touch to find more excitement.
Really?
Huh.
Can you name like how?
Yeah. So like
when?
I think on the full moon night, it's your head and hair. Then on the next day, it is your eyes. Then it's your cheeks. Then it's so it's like they have a list of 15 spots on each side of the body. When the moon is waxing, so it starts new moon on the feet, and then it goes up the right side of the body, reaches full moon. And then when it starts to wane, then it's this side. Now, whether this is true or not, I don't know. But certainly in yoga, we say that hamari energy points shift according to the moon. And if that is the case, then your erogenous zones are exactly like your energy points. John C. energy point आपकी most ज़्यादा उस दिन active है. It's also the place where you're going to stimulate for your sexual pleasure.
Wow.
That is also your active point for your sexual pleasure. So our body has a lot of potential.
So just like this moon thing, is there anything else in the nature that affects physical arousal points?
Yeah, seasons define different types of arousal.
Like?
So whether you have passionate arousal, in some seasons it's more mellow, it's more chill. In some, it's a slightly more, a tinge of sadness to it. So they have different seasons, have that. Then they say that different women have different surroundings that excite them. So some women will get more aroused by the seaside. For some women, it's the mountain tops that will get them more aroused.
How to identify that and how to figure it out what works for a particular girl,
I
woman.
think experiment. Go and experiment.
Okay.
So the Anangaranga, which is a rewrite of the Kama Sutra written in the medieval times, I think 14th century, that actually mentions the different areas that is tarah ki aurat ko. So they divide the women into Padmini, Chitrani, Hastini, etc. So there are different categories of women. It was like a big text written
But
to
that
say.
sounds fascinating.
It is fascinating. There was a lot of work put into the idea of erotic pleasure. A lot. Compared to that, we today are like, I don't know, we're locked in a prison of our own making because we don't actually understand that this is an important thing in our lives.
So the more you read about it, there's always more to it.
Yeah.
Wow. But does that really makes a difference? Like, does that really help, especially in today's day and age?
There are men who will say to me constantly that different times of the night is when they find themselves at peak arousal. That's a definite thing. Some guys are aroused more in the early evening. For some, it's later at night. For some, it's early morning. So all that is very much part of our rhythm, our body's rhythm.
Thank you so much for watching this clip, and I'm sure that you're going to enjoy the entire conversation even more. Link of full podcast is in the description below.